Hi and welcome to my channel. So this is more of an update because as you know, if you're somebody who trains overseas, so out of the UK, you can't move to the UK and work without IELTS or OET. And this is something that I've always been saying. When new opportunities come up, you need to be the first to jump in and take advantage of that opportunity, because as time goes on, things are going to change. And let me tell you, things don't change for the better. They always change for the worse, and they are always much tougher. So I contacted the NMC regarding an update, and look, I'm going to be telling you in today's video what the new update is and the process to work in the UK without IELTS or OET. So if you're new to my channel, obviously you're welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, as usual, I do appreciate your time. But most importantly, I appreciate those of you that are actually implementing the things that I'm talking about, rather than just being spectators, watching video after video after video, complaining and doing absolutely nothing. So if you haven't joined this family, hit the subscribe button so that you're the first person to be notified every single day when I drop a new video on here. And like I was saying, there are 3 pathways currently in the UK to work as a nurse or midwife, nursing associate, without IELTS or OET. And this is for people, obviously, that are eligible for this. So pathway number 1, just to give you kind of a summary, and then so that you can have an idea if you're watching this for the first time and you're not aware. Also, I do have a free newsletter, by the way. I've dropped a link in the comment section below where you're going to see the newsletter. You just join, you drop your name and email, and you're part of it. So that updates such as this, I share them directly to your inbox, so you're not reliant on the YouTube algorithm for such vital information for your personal and professional development. I also share information about free visa sponsorship opportunities to move to the UK or to switch your visa if you're already in this amazing country, career progression opportunities in the UK, apprenticeships to get where you get paid to study in the UK without paying any tuition fees, and your employer will pay you for the pleasure of progressing in your career. I also share info about side hustle ideas and work from home jobs that you can do in order to supplement your income. So like I've said, you're going to find my contact details on there as well in the comment section. It's got my WhatsApp number as well as my email address. So if you want to get in contact with myself, let's say you're in the UK, you've been trying to go through this process with the NMC, you're feeling stuck, or you procrastinate and you've done nothing about it, do get in contact with myself. You're out of the UK, wanting to move and work in the UK, and you're also procrastinating, getting no way forward, again, do get in contact with myself, because look, I'm passionate about these opportunities, because that is how I started my journey. I started as a carer in a nursing home, and I've then progressed to working as an advanced nurse practitioner, which is currently the most senior clinical nursing position in the profession. So I'm passionate about career progression, and that is why I'm keen that you don't only get to the UK, but you make the most of the best opportunities that this country has to bring. Because if you're here and you're not making the use of these opportunities, it is a wasted opportunity. And these opportunities should go to people that are going to take them. So what are the pathways currently to work in the UK without IELTS or OET? The first pathway is that you've got to complete your training in an NMC approved institution, college or university. And this is something that it's an amazing pathway, obviously, for people that want to get into nursing and into midwifery. I've shared lots of videos on here with this pathway. This is also the pathway that I used, you know what I mean, to work as a nurse in the UK. So I now work as a nurse. I use this pathway number 1. So I've never written out or OET because I simply studied nursing in an NMC approved institution. So that's pathway number 1. Pathway number 2, by the way, is, and as I'm going along, if you've got any questions, queries, concerns, leave them in the comment section below. What is your situation at the moment? Are you already in the UK? Have you taken any active steps to get your NMC registration? What has the outcome been? What is the challenge that you're facing? What is stopping you from taking that step? Is it that you're too busy with your job? But if you're too busy, isn't that a reason why you should dedicate even more time to it? Leave that in the comment section below, and I'll be able to offer some guidance. So pathway number 2 to be able to work in the UK without IELTS or OET is that you studied your course in a majority English speaking country. So this is something that is amazing. You need to know which country are you from and can you use this pathway, because the English speaking countries can move to the UK without writing IELTS or OET if you're from a majority English speaking country. Again, which country are you from? Leave that in the comment section below and I'll be able to tell you whether you are eligible for pathway number 2, because there are people, in fact I know people that have struggled and written out to OET 5 times, some people 10 times, when actually they didn't even need to write it at all. So you don't want to be wasting time, money, stress and resources on pathways that you don't even need to be pursuing, only because you don't have access to information. Because the information is power, information is key. You know, you can't be stuck where you are for years just because you don't know the right pathway to follow. And then you've got some people who are asking, friends are asking other people who are not even aware of what the pathways are. You need to get legit information when it comes to your personal and professional development. So which country are you from? Leave that in the comment section below. Are you from a majority English speaking country? Are you exempted, you know, from writing out to OET? I'll be able to tell you in the comment section below. And then there's pathway number 3. So pathway number 3 is for people that studied in English in a non-majority English speaking country. And mind you, pathway number 2 is different from pathway number 3, because you can't be from a majority English speaking country. You're going to automatically qualify irrespective of the language of tuition. But with pathway number 3, it means that even if you're from a French-speaking country, for example, but you studied in English, you can be eligible to register with the Nursing and Midwifery Council in the UK, work as a nurse or midwife, nursing associate, without writing IELTS or OET. Again, these are all pathways that are currently active available. There are other pathways that the NMC has implemented that are more on a case-by-case basis, because as you know, they are moving away from the system of one-size-fits-all, more to a system of, you know, treat the person as they are, which is what we normally preach in nursing. And by the way, if you're watching this and you're not aware, I do have a private career coaching program. I've dropped the link in the description box below, or the about section of this channel, where I offer tailored one-to-one personalized guidance with career progression in the UK, transitioning, you know, into nursing, healthcare, NHS jobs, apprenticeships, you know, career progression. If you're already in the UK as a nurse, for example, you're wanting to become a nurse anesthetist, advanced nurse practitioner, you want to get into occupational health, you want to become a specialist nurse, you know, you're thinking about getting into management, you want less stressful nursing jobs, because let me tell you, nursing has lots of vacancies, but finding the perfect nursing job for you is a massive challenge. And this is why the burnout levels when it comes to nursing and nurses is very high, because very few people are working in places that are suitable for their needs and their skills. So I can support you with that. I've got courses, you know, I've got training, I've got different pathways, interview preparation, everything that you need as a nurse in order to progress, succeed, excel, and thrive in the UK. And like I say, these are pathways that I have gone through myself. I started as a carer in a nursing home, you know, 13 years ago. And today I'm an advanced nurse practitioner. So again, it's been a journey, but let me tell you, it is worthwhile. So if you're keen, which by the way, if you're watching this video, that program is going to be 100% perfect for you. Check the description box below or the about section of this channel and get started ASAP. Also, like I've said, if you've got any questions, concerns, check the comment section below. You're going to see my contact details and my newsletter. Join the newsletter and get in contact with me if you have any specific questions. Because on a place like YouTube, it's very generic information. I've got no idea who you are watching at this point in time. I don't know if you're watching for yourself, for your relative, for your kids, for your husband, for your wife, or you're just, you know, zooming past. I've got no idea. Tailored guidance is what you need. YouTube videos are good for like information purposes, but when it comes to implementation, it is a big challenge. And that's why if you're watching video after video after video, it is very difficult to implement. And I empathize with those of you that rely on YouTube for information, because implementation is really ultimately what's going to make all of the difference. So again, do share this video with your friends, colleagues, loved ones, so that they are aware of this information and they can kind of take advantage of these opportunities. And so this takes us beautifully to the update, because obviously you watched till now. I'm going to tell you, look, with the new NMC pathway, for people that are already in the UK, let me tell you, you need to get a job with the NHS ASAP. If you're watching this and you're still out of the UK, You need to focus on getting a job to work for the NHS ASAP. If you're looking for carer jobs, for example, those clinical jobs, non-clinical jobs that I've shared on here, get to work for the NHS, because they are going to be accepting, well, not gonna, they are actually only now accepting references from NHS, people that work for the NHS, which means if you're working in domiciliary care, you're working in a care home, you're working in all those private companies, it is very challenging now to get your NMC registration through this pathway. So it's going to save you a lot of struggle, a lot of headache, a lot of hassle to be able to do that. And I'm saying this out of love, out of empathy, and out of concern, because I've got many people in my private coaching program that have been going through this process, that work, in various settings. And what I have realized now is that people that are working for the NHS, they are successfully going through the process. But people that don't work for the NHS, it is a massive challenge. It is really, really challenging. And this is why I contacted the NMC to ask and to find out, and they have indeed confirmed this. So it is the best way for you to proceed right now. Yes, getting a job to work for the NHS is not only going to give you, the best security in terms of, everything, whether you need visa sponsorship or it's about, all the bringing independence. There's a lot going on in the UK at this point in time. So you need to be very strategic when you're making your decisions regarding this country. If you're already in the UK, you should be looking for a job to work for the NHS. If you're out of the UK, you should be aiming to get a job working for the NHS, because like I say, it's going to save you a lot of headache later. I know that many of us are not really into long-term goals. People are just looking for the next best thing now. They're like, oh, Melvis, I can get this job, and then later I can get that one, and then later I can do this. And before you know it, 20 years, you're going to be doing the same thing in the same place. Look, you deserve way better. You deserve way better. I'm telling you, if you don't know, I'm here to tell you that you deserve better. And it is better to do the work once, to do the hard work once, and then get where you want to get to. There is no need taking years that you could have been progressing just to get through the same step. So I don't know. What do you think about this particular update? What do you think about this change? What is your situation at this point in time? What are you going through? Any challenges? Have you got your NMC registration? Are you currently writing IELTS OET? Leave the comments in the comment section and I'll be able to give my comments on that. Do share this, by the way, with your colleagues so that they're aware of these changes and it can help them when it comes to their decision making, because it's about sharing the information so that people are aware and people can save themselves a lot of struggle, a lot of heartache. Because like I say, it's been very disheartening, but I can understand why. Because when you work for the NHS, supervision is way more effective. Your skills, there's a massive difference. There is a massive difference. I don't argue with that. So again, these are some of the ways that you can work in the UK without IELTS OET. Like I said, there are so many other pathways that the NMC has implemented, but it depends on your personal circumstances. And being a YouTube video, it's difficult for me to tailor this to a particular person. So again, what do you think? Check out this other video here, by the way, that I've linked up specially to give you more information about opportunities in the UK. Check this out.